Hello, I'm FGX, and this is Q&A Saturday, the weekly series I went on my channel and answer your questions that have been asked over the past week or so across the last week's Q&A Saturday video. This is a fun once-a-week opportunity to have a back and forth about the biggest things that you've wanted to ask, including questions about life, the universe, and of course Minecraft updates. So with that said, we're going to dive straight into the first of the 10 questions we have today from last week's Q&A, because I believe this is quite the hot topic, right? Because Alize, or Alize, I'm going to assume with hearts at the end, says if you had the chance to direct YouTube Rewind, what would you put in the video? So just to clarify, congrats YouTube Rewind becoming the most disliked video on the platform after only a few days. It's actually quite impressive, really, when you think about it, the fact that they managed to get so many dislikes so fast. Like, they could reveal tomorrow, like, it was a social experiment, we were trying to make the most disliked video and we did a really good job, but yeah, so basically, when it comes to like criticizing YouTube Rewind, I could say so many different things, but I think it's usually better, pro tip on the internet, rather than just criticizing things, that's very easy, but instead talk about things you would prefer, suggest alternatives. And in this case, YouTube Rewind, I haven't enjoyed it for the past like 4 or 5 years. I watched like 2014 and 2015 and 2016 and I was like, okay, I'm not really liking these. I didn't even watch 2017's, and that's because all it is references to old YouTube stuff. If you don't know the references, you won't get it. If you don't know the top 100 or so YouTubers plus a bunch of random YouTubers who happen to know YouTube well enough to like get themselves in the video, if you don't know like all these different things, then it's just a bunch of references to stuff you don't care about. So if I was going to improve it, I would actually make it like actual clips of the video. So Facebook says something called Facebook Rewind or Facebook Year in Review or whatever, and it's like, oh yeah, showing the biggest videos of the last year. Why not do something a little bit like that? Why not be like, oh yeah, here is a little bit of the most popular video from January, then the most popular video from February, and then you could have in between there maybe a little bit of like a remix using the people like they've done so far. I don't know, they spend a lot of money just to make references to content that most people, statistically speaking, haven't watched. It's just this really weird mishmash because YouTube isn't mass media content. The thing that makes YouTube amazing, the reason I love YouTube and the reason there are so many niche channels is because you can decide what to watch for yourself. You decide what programming YouTube has, and that is a beautiful thing that's ruined when you try to say, oh yeah, here's the biggest things for everyone we're going to reference without saying anything. Oh, everyone loves talk show hosts, right? No, it's like they might be the most watched by non-YouTube people, but they made a lot of mistakes, and I would say, simply put, actually include the clips, actually include, stuff, and, rather than just like having weird references to it, and also have a slower paced editing style, rather than trying to fit it all into, a few minutes, make it a long video, like it's fine, it's a once a year thing, you can make it 20 minutes if you need to, but yeah, that's my opinion at the very least. That's how I'd fix YouTube Rewind, but I don't think they will. I think they'll probably just end up cancelling it or doing something entirely different, but that's probably a good thing regardless. So with that said, let's move into the second question, which comes in from Isaac Rivera, who says, Q, do you think there should be battle music while fighting bosses and raids like minigame battle music? So honestly, because the, raid battles in Minecraft, if you don't know, there's a new bad omen effect you get when killing certain pillagers in Minecraft. When you get that effect and go into a village, it starts the pillager raid event. So what will happen is slowly increasing more and more like pillagers of various different types, illagers as well, will come into the village and start raiding it, and the idea is the higher the level, the harder the raid. It's a really fun boss battle concept. It uses the boss health bar, but I think one of the things that would make it more interesting is if there was a little bit of unique Minecraft music. I don't think necessarily just take the Minecraft battle music, but definitely make some form of new music or have some form of sound effects just to really add that, kind of level to Minecraft, because Minecraft, when it gels with the music, it gels perfectly, and that's what makes so many people like the game, so why not do that with new effects? That's something I think would be a good idea. But let's move in anyway to the third question. Actually, before that, we should mention just real quick that the gameplay you're seeing in the background was recorded on Thursday. This whole thing was done on Thursday because of the fact that I'm actually currently in Malta as this is going live. So like, in case, I don't know, something huge has happened in the last couple of days, I'm currently out of country as this is recorded for the last time, I think, until like early January. So yeah, just keep that in mind in case you're like, wait a minute, Toycat, didn't you go past this in your live stream? Yes, I did. Maybe you should watch that live stream. But with that said, let's move into the actual third question, which comes in from Insanity, but like tea, like the British tea, that's good stuff, who says, Q plus A, do you think Microsoft will ever sell Minecraft, and if so, who do you think will buy it? So here's the thing about Minecraft's original sale, or Mojang's to be precise, original sale from, like themselves, selling the company to, Microsoft. It was kind of a thing they did as a rash purchase because Notch was just tired of being harassed about everything. It was kind of like, okay, we'll find a buyer, and Microsoft had been waiting to buy it for quite some time. I've heard through many private conversations that Microsoft really wanted to buy Mojang for so long. They put in a bunch of offers, developers, and they've always been trying to get closer. That's why you see so many Xbox/Minecraft Corporation things, even before the purchase. And yeah, so it was really like a perfect deal at the perfect time. The reality regarding its real sale is I don't think that will happen, because why would Microsoft need to sell Minecraft? Like, what situation would require that? Either the game withers away and, you know, dies at some point, which I don't think is likely. I think they are managing it a bit better than that. But if it died away, then it wouldn't be worth selling. And if it doesn't die away, if it still becomes this mega juggernaut, it's one of the most profitable game franchises to hold. Not just because of the game itself, because, you know, the game, it sells for only a little bit, and there's not many people who buy DLC of various types, but the majority is like, oh yeah, you can make huge merch sales, you can have all these different, you know, projects going around the game, there's a Minecraft movie happening, and all those sorts of things are what makes Minecraft such a huge thing to Microsoft. So I think it would be a really hard sell to get Microsoft to get rid of Minecraft, and if they did, then who would buy it? You could really say anyone. I think Nintendo, though, have you know, expressed their interest in Minecraft many times too. Again, it seems like the sort of franchise that would be perfect for Nintendo, you know, fits all their demographic requirements of being like, oh yeah, has the young people who like it and, you know, are really fanatic about it, while having an older audience that also really like it. It fits the Nintendo profile, so it would be Nintendo, I think, if they did sell it, but I just think that's very unlikely. But with that said, we're going to move into the fourth question, which comes in from Trenton, who says, consider doing a video of your most frequently asked questions to use like your channel trailer. So here's the thing about channel trailers on YouTube. Every now and then I get a question being like, so why don't you have a channel trailer, Toycat? Because when channel trailers were introduced like 6 years ago, it became a big thing. Everyone started uploading them. I never did that, and then years passed, and it's like, so when are you going to get around to doing that, Toycat? And the truth is, I don't like channel trailers. When I'm on someone's YouTube channel, so again, if you've never done this, you click on the channel, you can look through the videos that way. I don't want to see a trailer of the channel, because by the time I see the channel trailer, I already probably know a decent amount about them. I'd like to just see more videos. So I just put there, like, you know, one of my recent-ish videos from the last, like, 3 months, let's say, that I'm kind of proud of, that I think people should see as like, oh yeah, you like the channel, maybe want to see more? I think this video would be good for you. And yeah, that's why I don't have a channel trailer. If you want, you can go see what the channel trailer is. Because interestingly enough, if you're new to the channel, it shows a random video I select. If you are current to the channel, if you're already subscribed, it shows a random YouTube video that YouTube suggests. So yeah, if you ever want to see a random Toycat video, apparently you're just going to youtube.com/Toycat or ibxtoycat.com if you want to be fancy, will just take you to a random YouTube video. And that's a fun fact you might not have known. Is that like plugging myself? It might be, but with that said, anyway, let's move to the fifth question, which comes in from Nath Nuik Rum, who says, hey Toycat, can you pronounce my name? I can't. I thought this name was fake when I read the thing, and I'm like, you know, Nath Nuik and then Rum is like, it could be like a name from like Greenland, or it could be a name from like somewhere in the Middle East, or it could be a name from like Africa. I have no clue. What is this name? Is it a real name? Nath Nuik Rum is my last... Actually, wait. Nath Nuik Rum is my last answer on that one. But let's move into the next question, which comes in from HNTR_the Great Z, who says, so why doesn't Minecraft have guns yet? So, interestingly enough, Minecraft recently, in the past week in fact, as the 1.8 update came out, has moved from the bow age to the crossbow age. So, crossbows are a bit more advanced than bows in a way of thinking. You know, even though in places like England, the longbow was in use long after the crossbow. Obviously, you know, the crossbow is kind of considered the technological step up. So how long until we start to see like black powder guns in Minecraft as a replacement? And honestly, I think there is a really good thematic case for having some form of powder weapon like that, even if it's super weak, super not versatile. I'd love to see some form of weapon like that in Minecraft, but the reason you're not going to see guns in Minecraft, it's been restated so many times, you know, by Notch back in the day, nowadays by the community managers, is because it doesn't really fit with Minecraft. Minecraft's like this weird fantasy style game, and guns are a little bit less of that. Also, keep in mind that Mojang is a very safe company, I would say, when it comes to their choices. You know, there's the stuff like, oh yeah, we can't make it so that it's viable to, you know, we can't have animals that are potentially abusable, because the whole, you know, parrot cocoa bean thing could have turned into a PR disaster. They don't want that, like, oh yeah, guns have been added to Minecraft, and now you can download some Minecraft school DLC and shoot up a school or something. Like, something like that's going to happen, it's going to be bad, and just, like, all of these levels combined, they didn't want to ever do it to begin with, it doesn't necessarily fit, and there's just the bad outcry that would come from it is like, you know, maybe we won't do that, especially because they have the ability. I think it's still the free rating, like anyone can play Minecraft, but guns add a whole weird layer to it, especially in America, where the bulk of Microsoft employees are these days based. So just keep that in mind as we move into the next question, which comes in from the Time Lords, who says, it always takes 3 seconds to start hearing the English language in your videos. So this is something really odd actually, and I didn't even work out why this happened, but if you recall, back in the day, I used to have really slow intros, like, hello, I'm IBX Toycat, and welcome back to another video, and these days it just gets faster and faster. The reason it kind of stemmed from is like, the first part of the video is the one I do the most. If I restart a video and for a new take, which I do pretty much every video, I probably do it like 5-10 times, and every time I'm like, let's just get into the exciting stuff, the stuff I haven't spoken about yet. So I often speed up the intro each time, and then when I try to do the intro for Q&A Saturday every week, I've done the intro so many times that no matter how slow I try to speak, I always end up saying like, hello, I'm Big Squid Cat, welcome back to Q&A Saturday, and like it's like, oh, where are the words in that one? So yeah, it's a kind of issue, but the truth is your intro is only there as like a friendly gesture reminder, like, hey, yeah, I'm still the same person as last time, so hopefully you know what the intro says, and if you do, then the good news is I try to get it done with as fast as I can. I hate YouTubers that have like 15-second intros where they're like, what's up, the cool gang? We're back again with another video. And it's like, my god, I really just want to watch the video, especially if you're new to a channel. So that's why I try to do my intros as fast as possible. I try to make sure it's legible. Again, I've been trying a lot this last year to improve my enunciation. I think it's been working. I think a lot of people have had a lot of a clearer time with my newer videos. So yeah, sorry that you don't hear English for the first 3 seconds. But people used to complain that you couldn't hear English for the entire video, so that's a big improvement as far as I'm concerned. With that said, though, let's move into the 8th question, which comes in from the Pikachu Guy 11, who says Q plus A. Why are dragons so hard to add? So, dragons and Minecraft have an eternal history. People want dragons in Minecraft, and Dinnerbone has promised dragons a few times, or said dragons a few times. Why is there no dragon in Minecraft? It seems like a logical idea. Even Notch back in the day said, oh yeah, the Ender Dragon is the first of many. Why is there no second dragon? It's been literally 7 years since we had our first dragon, and it's been vague promises at another one. Where's it at? And the simple answer to that question is that dragons are hard to add. But then you say, but why are they hard to add? Like, all you gotta do is go in the game code and put in like add dragon. But no, the truth is the reason that they say they have such difficulties with the dragon is because its geometry is a huge task. Like designing a sheep, easy. Designing a llama, easy. Designing a dragon, you need so many individual bits of geometry that are moving by themselves. It's a huge task for animation, and that's a whole thing by itself. So let's assume, okay, you got a model, you got a working dragon. Lots of mod makers can make dragons in like less than a day. So now you just want to add it to the game. What's so hard about that? So first of all, where do you put the dragon? If you put it in the overworld, there's dragons in the overworld now, and that's like concerning because it shouldn't be a thing that you're basically be raided by dragons. They've said time and time again they don't want natural disasters to ruin your base because Minecraft's not about repairing your stuff, it's about building your stuff. So okay, we have that exception, like okay, maybe there's a second dragon really far out on the end or something, but the other problem it has is it clips with the like the way the dragon's animation works is it will clip through the blocks of the world so often. The Ender Dragon does this, but it's fine because it can just work out what not to destroy. But in the overworld, what will the dragon not destroy? In like in other different places, what if it destroys an end city? So yeah, the truth is having a second dragon thematically is really hard to do. I would love to see like a red dragon being added to the Nether as a really rare spawn once every like 50,000 blocks or something. Make it like a crazy rare event that you're not going to spawn by, so you do have to go looking for it, but there's some good reward. I'd love to see that. But the truth is you're talking about really late game content that takes a lot of effort and also has a lot of programming mishaps. And when you say all of that stuff together, when you realize that it requires so many different people doing so many huge tasks, you realize that, okay, one dragon, that'll do for now until we see another dimension or something. So yeah, that's the simple answer to your question based on all the Mojang responses from over the years. But let's move into the 9th question, which comes in from It's Devon Viz, who says, hashtag Q&A, will you ever visit South Africa? And I think South Africa is actually the country that people ask me to visit the most, because I guess everyone knows I've been like to most of the EU countries. I'm in Malta right now. That's, I think, EU country number 23 of 28. But I've been to most of the EU countries. I've been to like North America, South America. I love Singapore. I love a few points in Asia like Japan. So why not South Africa? Why have I not visited Africa this year? And honestly, the answer to this question, to be 100% frank with you, I know this isn't the best response, but I've been robbed twice this year. It's really like it's a bad feeling on so many levels. Losing stuff, it sucks really bad. But then like the physical distrust in humans for just so long afterwards, I hate that feeling so beyond anything. And honestly, South Africa, I know there are safe ways to do it, but the way I would want to check out a city isn't perfectly safe. It involves some amount of risk, and because of that, it's just like right now is not the time. Like I don't want to, like being robbed 3 times in a year doesn't sound great to me. So I'd love to visit South Africa. I'm sure like at some point a deal will come up that's just so good I can't refuse. But it's just like one of those places where it's like, man, it's one of those countries you hear like it has a crazy high crime rate. There are crimes of all sorts of natures of like every different type. They're having like huge internal issues right now on every level, from even like water rationing in that one city, I believe. But also, like, you know, the whole country has a lot of different things going on. And I don't know, just right now it's like a scary, like, you know, I'd like to do that, but I'll wait until, like, I'm over the whole, you know, not trusting any humans or anything, because I feel like it'll just make it worse if I, you know, manage to get robbed again. So, with that said, let's move into the last question, which comes in from N-Dragon. Then they got a dragon there, so, like, they're big on this N-Dragon thing, who says, did you like 2018? And the answer to this question is yeah, actually. I like 2018 a lot. I think 2018 might be one of the best years of my life so far. Maybe. I'm not sure if the very best, but it's definitely one of my favorites. I've been to so many great places this year. I went to New Zealand for the first time. I went to Japan for the first time, Singapore. And then on the channel side of things, most of the year was just in this, like, constant state of, like, oh yeah, so because of this whole, like, Bedrock console split, the channel's just going down. A lot of people are just angry at the decision for me to do anything right now. It's been a hugely bad year for the first, like, 11 months of this, but now in the last, you know, month and a half, it seems everything's, like, going right back up. Like, people are, you know, I finally found my fun place that people also seem to enjoy in the Bedrock world, which is great, because I really am enjoying what I'm making. Like, these big survival projects where I'm just having fun in Minecraft, people are enjoying watching them, people like seeing them, and that's why I'm, like, pleased to talk about, like, oh yeah, I'm doing, you know, like, placing 55,000 blocks of glass in the end, or, like, you know, there's so many of these different fun things that, like, I'm working on that I'm really enjoying every single day. I've really found a good place in terms of both work and in terms of, like, travel. The second channel, like, I'm still having fun with that. Like, there's just, I think things are going really well in my life in general, and that's always a good sign. I like when things go well for me. But with that said, that is Q&A Saturday. I hope you did all enjoy this video. You can like it if you liked it, because it helps out the channel a lot. Let us know you do like the Q&A Saturday. You can share it if you really liked it, and you can subscribe if you're around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you so much for watching, and for supporting, and for making 2018 one of the best years of my life so far. I would hope the best year of my life so far, maybe. And maybe here's to a better 2019. I know you're not meant to say that on, like, the 15th of December. Like, you know, there's quite a few days left. But whatever. It's Q&A Saturday. I can do what I want. But no, more seriously, this is my last trip of 2018. I'm looking forward to it a bunch, and I'm currently there and enjoying myself a bunch, hopefully, and not dead. If I'm dead, then this is the last words I say. So, sorry about that. But no, I'm really enjoying stuff right now. And if you are, that's good too. But if you're not, I know, it's a brief reminder that, like, you know, no matter how, everyone always says, like, I've been there, man. And I don't trust people who say they've been there. But, like, when you've been down, you always think that's going to last forever. And, you know, for some people, maybe it does. But I think the vast majority, 99.99% of people, eventually do get better and are like, oh yeah, that was the worst time. Because the lower you get, the higher you'll feel when you get out of that low. Because no low lasts forever. That's not how, like, lows work. Like, you know, life is like a, you know, like, it's all about relative states. Like, if you've never felt pain in your life, the first time you get pricked on the finger, that'll be the worst thing in the world. And in the same way, if you feel bad, hopefully it gets better. And that's how I feel about myself right now. Like, yeah, things were bad at one point, and they got a lot better. And hopefully, you feel the same way. With that said, though, thank you very much for watching. Leave comments down below if you want to ask a question for next week. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.